Okay, sir, this patient presented to us with his, he is 71-year-old male, non-diabetic and hypertensive, presented to us with history of chest pain for last few hours. He is having the chest pain for last few months on and off, but it increased in severity for last few hours. And he is already diagnosed case of the one paper he brought with him, which showing he is having the moderate aortic stenosis. No gradients were written on that.
And what were the ECG changes?
ECG showing ST depressions along with bigeminy pattern. Frequent PVCs.
Troponin?
Troponins were minimal, positive 0.3 and 0.7.
So what was your diagnosis?
We have taken him as the early invasive.
But that is your strategy. What's your diagnosis? Because he's a background of AS, and AS patient can have ischemia, even unstable angina kind of feeling. So have you considered him acute coronary syndrome along with AS additionally?
Yes, we have considered him as a acute coronary syndrome.
So what was the strong evidence for that?
Secondary to the aortic stenosis.
The secondary to the aortic stenosis means he has nothing in coronaries. It's pure aortic stenosis which is leading to ischemia. Then you expect coronaries to be
normal.
Non-obstructive.
Yeah. And if you are considering coronaries to be as an additional culprit along with AS, then you have to have evidence. Evidence means even ST depressions can be part of that aortic stenosis with additional hemodynamics changes. But what about coronary's involvement? That you take him as an emergent case for coronary angiogram.
Yes, we have considered this. We have to rule out additional part on the coronaries, and we have taken him in the cath lab.
But you're not understanding. I mean to say strong evidence for that. The strong evidence would be ST elevation in an AS patient. Yes, I agree. You can take him. Troponin markedly raised, not just borderline raised. So I have some queries regarding considering him as a case of ACS. Let's see the coronary angiogram.
Your query is proved to be the right, and
let's see the coronary angiogram. Okay, that's first shot. That's very important when you are considering a case of ACS in a condition where you expect some ischemia due to that particular condition. Then you have to have very strong evidence. And other way around is to take care of this patient's clinical condition conservatively. And if conservative measures take care of his pain, that means you're not dealing with coronary issues, because that you can't settle if your coronary has some acute obstructive lesion. That can't be settled. So this is, I think, AP or RA cranial view.
AP cranial view.
So with slightly diffuse disease kind in distal segments, maybe a small caliber artery, or we don't know whether it's disease or a small caliber artery.
We have taken a few more views for this to clear this. And this is diffusely disease.
So this is aleocaudal.
Yeah.
And this is apicaudal and a dominant circumflex. Although you have to have an aleocranial view for that, but here it's very clearly showing here that's going, dividing and going beyond, probably beyond crux in posterior AV groove. Properly filled, but your catheter is actually out of the ostium here.
Another cranial view to clear the anatomy. This is the 10, eleo10 and the cranial 40. That's showing the diffuse disease.
Distal LAD has. Is he diabetic?
Yeah, he is diabetic.
So in one way you may have give benefit to the patients that in future he may need surgery.
He made only AVR.
So for that surgery you need a pre-angio.
Yeah.
And that pre-angio
we have this part in our back of the mind.
Yeah.
Pre-op evaluation.
Okay. Good.
Sir?